Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, sampler videos. Here's videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, at the time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I got a new hat. But we'll get to that. Yes, indeed, folks. It's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to eat some shit. I'm going to drink some shit. It's going to be a thing. I'm just going to talk about it and yammer around about the stuff. That's what I do. It's the format of the show. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm inside the truck. Also, whilst I'm doing so, it's hot. So if I'm a little bit sweaty, I apologize. Yesterday it was like 60 degrees. It was so nice. Now it's like fucking damn near 80. Anybody who knows me, Brandon Wenzel, he's not a spring or summer type of guy. I am fall and winter all the way. But on top of that, I'm also wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear cool shirts, I like to highlight the cool shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, I'm wearing my Boom! It's my Twisted shirt. Which, if you're not familiar, Twisted is a rap duo, sort of also rap rock kind of duo. They're most commonly associated with ICP, aka the Insane Clown Posse, and they kind of fell under that umbrella for quite a while. They've since sort of separated themselves from it. They kind of seem to be catering more to sort of like the nu metal scene that's sort of been coming back around. I got to see them. They were on tour with Static X, Fear Factory, Cultist Black, and Dope. I personally really liked their set. I had a lot of fun with it. Got a shirt. If you happen to be interested in that, I have 2 videos from that set on this very show. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? What are we doing? I'm sitting in a hot car. Let's get to it. Well, folks, anybody who follows my channel for long enough knows that I've been doing a series of sub sandwich reviews. I, in fact, have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs. And I found a new sub spot to try out. Because today we're doing, boom, it is Zanzi's, I'm going to go with that, Italian Deli. Now, here's the thing. I had been meaning to try this place for a while now, but I was a little bit hesitant because their star rating was 3.5, 3.7 maybe, which ain't the best. So I kind of pushed him back a little bit, but I finally was like, you know what, let's get around to it. And I decided to go over there and check some reviews and kind of see what people were saying about it, which usually I don't do. Usually I just go into things. But with 3.5, 3.7, it was like, let's see. Most of the complaints seemed to be the fact that the owner had his dog in the restaurant. I love dogs, so for me that wasn't a deal breaker. In fact, that was much to its benefit. The puppers in question was a very well-behaved dog. He came out from behind the counter. When I sat down, we hung out for a little bit. He got pets because he was a very good boy. Or a girl. I actually don't know. I just sort of generically threw that out there. But, very good pupper regardless. I can see, though, some people taking issue with that. For me, it was fine. And we're just going to see how this goes, folks. So, now, if, again, you watch these videos, you know that when I go to a sub place, my standard that I go off of is, let's try to make a thing. It's going to be hard. Boom! It is the classic Italian sub. I feel if you're an Italian deli, you should be able to make a really good Italian sub. So I always try to use that as my baseline. And in this case, their version of the Italian sub is salami, ham, mortadella, provolone, with lettuce, tomatoes, and vinegar / oil and spices. So, we're going to try out a sub, and hopefully it'll be delicious. All right. I mean, you know, and here's the thing. When it comes to subs, it's not, like, subs aren't a difficult thing to do. It's about the quality of the ingredients. It's about how you know, the quantity, how you bring it together. That's what makes a good sub. So hopefully this will be a damn fine Italian sub. It's looking pretty good. You know, got some meats. So let's give it a go. The bread feels a little bit harder than I'd like, but not bad though, at all. In fact, I'll resend that. It's decent. Okay. It's definitely a chewy sandwich, but that's not a bad thing. Sub is supposed to be chewy. Okay. Alright. It's solid. It's not gonna break any records. I've definitely had better Italian subs throughout the course of my travels with the subs, but I've also had worse. Now, and that's not me trying to damn with faint praise. Like, at the end of the day, this is a decent Italian sub. And I'd even go as far as to say it's a little bit better than decent. It's like a solid C+. It's better than dead average. But it's not wowing me. I mentioned this before in other sub reviews. When you have an Italian sub and you get the ratios right, you get everything set up properly, it all combines to really just form this Italian sub sandwich flavor. And it really is, it's its own thing. This almost gets there. It's evocative of it, but it doesn't quite manage to get there. And as a result, while it is good, again, it's not really a proper standout. Again, it's good. The meat tastes good. I like the fact that you can taste the individual elements. The bread, I do feel, is a bit of a weak point. It's not bad or anything, but it's not as flavorful as some breads that I've had with Italian subs. And the bread can make a huge difference. You know, at the end of the day, yeah, it's meats, it's cheeses, it's all that good stuff. But the bread's got to hold it all together. And it's not bad tasting at all. Maybe a little bit stiffer than I like personally, but it's good. I like the oil. They used a decent amount on it. I could maybe have done with a little bit more, but it's not at a bad level. It doesn't feel like it's overly lacking. It just feel a little bit more, maybe would have done a little bit, given a little extra kick. Yeah. It's decent, but might as well at that point. Yeah, it's decent, but it feels, like I mentioned, with subs, like they're not complicated things. Like you could technically make them at home. It's about how they're constructed that makes them special. This one to me, it feels a little bit too close to something that I could probably make at home. Now, I'm not saying I could, but it does feel, like I said, it feels a little bit too close to it. Whereas with some of the places I've been to, especially like the really proper ones. Like, there's no way I could get that flavor. This, yeah, I think if I took a few whacks at it, I might be able to pull it off, or at least something close to it. But now, all that said, folks, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No and no. Now, that said, it's not a bad sub sandwich. And I'm not going to go over there and, I'm not going to shit on Zanzi's or anything like that. It was good for what it was. I didn't dislike it. I did definitely going to do a good job of filling me up. But the problem I run into is, at the end of the day, there are other places in the immediate vicinity of there, like literally within walking distance, some of which I've reviewed here, that I could go over there and get a better sub sandwich. And, it's just, and for that reason, if you did happen to be in the area, it is a local spot, there's other places I could recommend to you that I personally think just have a little bit more going on. But again, not a bad experience. I just a little bit more, I think, would have made it. But yeah, so anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you go over there and have yourselves a truly Italian sub sandwich for the rest of your life. Okay, but I'm talking like the real deal, folks. I'm talking like top quality Italian sub sandwich. Sandwich di Italiana. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, that's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. I've tried, just in this review, I've tried to be measured in the way that I've gone over there and done the review, especially when I have local spots. It's different when it's a chain. And hopefully I've been fair. I wasn't trying to be too harsh or critical or anything. Well, I was being critical, but wasn't trying to be too harsh. But at the end of the day, folks, there's going to be situations where we're frustrated and stressed out and all kinds of stuff. We don't always have an awesome new hat to go over there and make us feel real good. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there and maybe you're going to find yourself a little, Italian deli spot somewhere near you. And maybe you're going to go in and maybe there's going to be an adorable puppers just hanging out. Now, I can't tell you how to respond to that situation. Everybody has, different ways of dealing with things, but it's adorable puppers. Just, hey, man, make it a wonderful part of your day. Puppers are good. Or conversely, that's not even that wacky of a scenario. Conversely, hey, maybe just if you have a puppers, hang out with your puppers and eat an Italian sub sandwich.